In fact, 73% of consumers have said that they're willing to pay more for experiences powered by AI.
Right.
So that personalized touch is becoming a major selling point.
That makes sense. Everybody wants to feel like they're getting special treatment.
Exactly.
Not just browsing, some generic website.
Right.
Welcome to the very first edition of WeWire's weekly recap of key global trends and insights on macroeconomics, geopolitical shifts, currency movements, finance, trade, and top investment highlights.
With John and Wendy.
Hey, everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive.
Glad to be here.
This time, we're going to be looking ahead, at the future of e-commerce.
Okay.
And kind of getting a snapshot of what's been going on in global markets recently. And we're going to be going through our own weekly StayWired recap for this one.
That's good.
So get ready for kind of whirlwind tour of everything from eCommerce 4.0 to, market movers that are, making waves across the globe and in Africa.
It's an exciting time to be following these trends, the convergence of technology and, these market shifts and investment opportunities. They all kind of tie together. So it creates a pretty fascinating picture, I think,
Absolutely,
for businesses and consumers to navigate.
So let's jump right into this eCommerce 4.0.
Okay.
What does this even mean for someone, say, running an online store or just... someone like you trying to stay ahead of the curve with the latest shopping trends?
Well, I think essentially it represents a major shift in online retail as we know it.
Okay.
And it's really being driven by this fusion of AI, augmented reality, and blockchain technology.
Wow.
And each of these is, powerful on its own.
Right.
But together they're creating a shopping experience that's, highly personalized.
Wow.
Immersive and incredibly secure.
Okay.
And it's almost like blending the physical and digital shopping worlds into this seamless interactive journey.
So it's not just about adding things to your cart anymore. It's about a deeper, more personalized experience.
Exactly.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
And this idea of convergence keeps popping up.
Yeah.
Can you give us some real-world examples of how these technologies are merging in retail right now?
Absolutely. So take AI, for instance.
Okay.
It's already powering, those personalized product recommendations you see online.
Right.
The ones that make you think, wow, how did they know I needed that?
Yeah, exactly.
But it goes even further. AI helps brands, truly understand what consumers want, fine-tune their supply chains to be more efficient, and even anticipate, upcoming trends. In fact, 73% of consumers have said that they're willing to pay more for experiences powered by AI.
Right.
So that personalized touch is becoming a major selling point.
That makes sense. Everybody wants to feel like they're getting special treatment.
Exactly.
Not just browsing, some generic website.
Right.
I've seen some cool things with AR too, like virtually trying on makeup.
Yeah.
What's happening there?
Yeah, AR is really revolutionizing that try before you buy concept.
Okay.
It creates this immersive experience that helps shoppers feel more confident about their purchases. And importantly, it cuts down on those return rates.
Oh, that's great.
So imagine being able to see, how furniture would look in your living room before you commit.
Right.
Or trying on, different lipstick shades virtually.
Yeah.
Companies like IKEA and Sephora are already using AR. And the market for it is expected to hit a whopping $61.3 billion by 2030.
That's a game changer.
It is.
Okay, so we've got AI personalizing the experience.
Yes.
AR making it interactive.
Uh-huh.
Where does blockchain fit into all of this?
Blockchain is the trust factor.
Okay.
It guarantees secure transactions, helps fight fraud,
Right.
and allows for, product authenticity verification.
Okay.
So think of it as a digital ledger that tracks every step of a product's journey, from its source all the way to the customer's doorstep.
So transparency is becoming crucial as people want to know where their products are coming from and how they're made.
Right. And with 65% of online shoppers expressing concern about data security, blockchain helps build that trust by providing that secure and tamper-proof system.
The report mentions AI-powered virtual stores and AR shopping malls. It sounds like science fiction.
It does, but it's the future we're heading towards.
Wow.
And what's key here is that businesses need to adapt fast. Digital transformation isn't optional anymore.
Yeah.
It's a matter of survival in this rapidly changing world of e-commerce.
So AI personalizes, AR immerses, and blockchain secures the online shopping experience.
That's it.
Pretty exciting,
Yeah.
albeit a bit overwhelming.
It is a lot to take in.
Let's move on to the market movers covered in this recap.
Okay.
Are there any trends that stand out to you?
Well, the global landscape is volatile right now.
Okay.
There are concerns about inflation reigniting, partly fueled by trade wars.
Yep.
DeepSeek AI is driving, significant investment in Chinese AI stocks.
Interesting.
The Bank of England's rate cut is good news for mortgage holders.
Right.
But oil prices are fluctuating with all the tariff uncertainty.
Yeah, of course.
And then there's MicroStrategy, a company known for its Bitcoin investments, now shifting gears and rebranding as Strategy.
Wow, big changes.
Lots of moving pieces impacting the markets right now.
So many moving pieces.
Yeah.
Let's zoom in on a specific global event from the report that would be relevant to someone following these trends.
I think the potential resurgence of inflation due to trade wars is a big one.
Okay.
This impacts everyone.
Right.
From businesses trying to manage costs to consumers facing higher prices.
Yeah, for sure.
And the report points to Trump's trade war as a contributing factor.
Interesting.
So regardless of your stance on the policies themselves,
right,
the economic consequences are undeniable.
Okay, and what about the African markets?
Sure.
The recap touches on some interesting developments there as well.
Definitely. A lot is happening across the continent.
Yeah.
Kenya's central bank is cutting rates.
Okay.
And is in talks with the IMF.
Okay.
We're also seeing China supporting South Africa's G20 presidency.
Interesting.
Which could have major geopolitical implications.
Yeah.
And amidst all this, Uganda is maintaining a stable inflation rate.
Wow.
And holding its key rate steady.
It seems like central banks are playing a crucial role.
Absolutely.
In navigating these turbulent times, both globally and in Africa.
Yeah, it's good.
Now let's step into the FX corner.
Okay.
It's always fascinating to see how currencies respond to global events.
It is.
What are some key currency movements you're seeing both in Africa and globally?
Well, there are some interesting trends highlighted in the recap.
Okay.
In Africa, the Ghanaian cedi, GHS, and South African rand, ZAR, both depreciated.
Okay.
While the Nigerian naira, NGN, saw a slight appreciation, the Kenyan shilling, KES, remained relatively stable.
Okay.
Globally, the British pound, GBP, weakened against the US dollar, and the Japanese yen, JPY, strengthened.
Interesting.
These fluctuations reflect a complex mix of factors, including economic performance, political stability, and overall market sentiment.
Let's break down one of these currency movements.
Sure.
Which one stands out as particularly significant or surprising?
Well, I think the depreciation of the South African rand is concerning.
Okay.
Particularly given its year-to-date decline.
Yeah.
Factors like sluggish economic growth, the ongoing energy crisis with Eskom, and a general global risk aversion seem to be contributing to this downward trend.
Oh.
So for anyone invested in or doing business with South Africa, this currency weakness could have a real impact.
It's a reminder that even seemingly distant economic events can have ripple effects across the globe.
Definitely.
Now let's move on to something I know many people are interested in investment ideas.
Okay.
The recap highlights some of the most active stocks.
Yeah.
But before we dive in, I want to emphasize that this is not financial advice.
Absolutely. This is just a snapshot of market activity, not recommendations.
Right.
The most active stocks section gives us a glimpse into which companies are attracting investor attention.
Okay.
We're seeing a lot of activity in the technology sector, with companies like NVIDIA and Palantir making waves.
Okay.
The consumer discretionary sector is also bustling, with Ford and Tesla seeing significant trading volume.
Let's pick one or two interesting stock picks from this list and unpack what's driving their performance.
Sure.
What's catching your eye?
Well, Ford's significant price drop is noteworthy.
Okay.
While the recap doesn't delve into specific reasons, a 7.49% decline suggests something significant is happening.
Right.
It could be linked to broader industry trends, company-specific news, or even global economic factors.
Wow.
Definitely warrants further investigation for anyone interested in the automotive industry.
On the flip side, any high performers worth a closer look?
Well, Rigetti Computing, a company in the growing quantum computing space, stands out with a strong buy rating.
Interesting.
Even though its price dipped recently. This suggests that analysts are still bullish on the company's long-term potential, even with short-term market fluctuations.
Makes sense.
It's a sector to watch for those interested in cutting-edge technologies with potentially disruptive implications.
That's fascinating. It reminds us that stock performance is often driven by a mix of short-term noise and long-term potential.
Exactly.
It's always smart to do your research and understand the bigger picture.
Absolutely.
We've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive.
We have.
From the transformative world of e-commerce 4.0 to navigating global and African market trends to deciphering currency fluctuations and even peeking into stock performance.
Lots to unpack.
Quite a journey.
It certainly has been, but it really highlights just how interconnected the global economy is.
Yeah.
And how rapidly technology is advancing.
It really is incredible.
It is.
Yeah, it really is incredible. So to wrap up, let's leave our listener with a thought-provoking question to ponder.
Okay.
Given all these rapid changes happening in e-commerce and global markets, what opportunities or challenges does the listener see emerging in their field or area of interest?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just about understanding the trends, but applying that knowledge to your own context.
Right.
Whether that's, you know, your business investments or even your personal life.
Absolutely. Connecting the dots, anticipating potential disruptions, and figuring out how to thrive in this dynamic environment is key.
Absolutely.
We've given you a lot to think about, and hopefully this deep dive has sparked some new ideas and insights.
For sure.
We encourage you to continue exploring these topics, do your own research, and stay curious.
Knowledge is power.
Yeah.
Especially in a world overflowing with information.
Right.
The key is to be discerning. Seek out reliable sources.
Right.
And constantly challenge your own assumptions.
Well said. Thanks for joining us on this journey.
My pleasure.
Until next time, stay wired. And remember, the insights we've shared today are just a starting point.
Yeah.
We encourage you to delve deeper.
For sure.
Into the areas that resonate most with you.
Yeah. This Stay Wired recap is like a launch pad for further exploration.
Absolutely.
Whether you're diving into, you know, the intricacies of blockchain technology or analyzing market trends or researching potential investment opportunities. There's a whole world of knowledge out there waiting to be discovered.
Exactly. There's always something new to learn, new connections to make.
That's right.
New possibilities to explore in this ever-changing landscape.
Absolutely.
So stay curious, stay informed, and stay ahead of the curve.
Still wired.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of e-commerce and global markets.
It's been a pleasure.
Until next time.